Hey everyone, this is Sherry and this is Soul Conscious, and this is going to be the Soul Weather weekend forecast where we're going to just pull a little overall general message for the weekend, see what comes up. And this is a general reading for any and all signs. It's possibly not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay, because you can't pick up on everyone's energies. Everybody's kind of in different places. But if this resonates with you, great. And if it does, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to help me grow and get these messages out to more people out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull a few cards as our baseline, and then do a little bit of clarification to see what message wants to come out for this weekend as we go into this first full weekend of spring. We just had the equinox. Spring has just begun. The flowers are starting to grow. My tulips popped up through the ground. I love tulips. They're my favorite flower. I love them so much. They've always been my favorite flower, I think, because they represent spring. You know spring is here when you see the tulips starting to pop through the ground and come through. So universe, what messages do you have that you want to tell us this weekend? What do you want to share with us? What do we need to know for this weekend? What's the overall energy? What are we looking at for this weekend, please? What message do you want to tell the collective? What can we share with the collective, please? Really making me shuffle. Get there finally. Okay, I got two there. Let's see if we can get. We have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So it looks like to me this is. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one more card, but what I'm getting is a new, almost like this new beginning of almost this kind of loving yourself and like this. Kind of fulfilling your own wishes kind of thing. Oh, and then the sun. And then how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? And this is the African American Tarot if you've never seen it. So I have the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, followed by the sun. How beautiful is that for this weekend? As the first weekend of spring, it's like new things beginning, the new starts in love and loving ourselves and love, a Nine of Cups can talk about something we desire, wish fulfillment, our going after our dreams, kind of, following our heart and what speaks to us and what we want and what we desire. And that's, we're seeing that beginning with that Ace of Cups followed by the sun. The sun is it's illumination and it's, it's the warmth of the sun, the beauty of the sun, and everything that grows and takes, that the sun makes things grow, and anything that we plant, in the season, in the spring season, it needs that sunlight to help it to nurture it, to culminate, to grow into whatever we wish to birth into the world. And I can't believe it's such amazing, beautiful, beautiful cards, beautiful message. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a few clarifying cards. Yeah, the full energy, and I felt that off of that Ace of Cups, off these cards. I definitely felt that full energy. That's actually no surprise to me because I really felt that. And then of course, you know what? I got the Four of Cups, but the Four of Cups, it's sometimes a little bit of regret, but whenever we're starting something new, we're always gonna have that kind of a little bit of sadness over what we lost, when we're starting a new phase in our life, a new journey, we kind of maybe look back on what we're leaving behind a little bit. And you can't have sun without shade. You got to have the good and the bad. That everything has to balance. You have to, everything can't be peaches and rosy all the time. You have to have, it's kind of that, yeah, we're starting something new. We're excited and we're starting something new and things are changing in our lives. But when things change, you do have that little bit of sentiment, a little bit regret, that little bit of, kind of missing the things that you're leaving behind, letting go of, because but you're okay with it because that where you're going, where you're heading, where, what the changes you're making in your life are positive and great and perfect for you, that you're going after something that is going to make you really, really happy. And I even see that, that desire, that King of Wands, the King of Wands can be, very passionate and fiery and takes action, very action oriented. And I see that, and that's on that Nine of Cups. So it's taking action, being action oriented toward our dreams and like really going after it, that's awesome. I love this energy. It's amazing. I can feel it off the cards. It's just, I wish that sometimes people could feel the things that I feel, because I feel so intensely. It's crazy, and for a long time I struggled with that because I didn't understand, I was so emotional and I felt so intensely, and a lot of people, I have a hard time controlling my emotions because they are so intense, and that is kind of, I have people around me that it was difficult in a way growing up, because people made a lot of fun of me, because I would always, be overreact, be over emotional. And if you knew my chart, you'd understand why. So then we also have the Ace of Swords. So that is that clarity of knowing what we want and going after it, knowing what we want, taking action toward what we want, not letting anything stop us, that's what I'm really feeling. Even though you're having, we might be having those little, little bit of sadness over what we're leaving behind, knowing we've got to let go of things, in order for things to change, we've got to let go of certain people or habits that we have, that have held us back and kept us from stepping into this happiness, this change that needs to take place for us so that we can grow and be happier in our lives. I think a lot of this, COVID has really, really been, a real true amplifier in people's lives of the of what we don't want. It really showed us the truth of what we don't want in our lives and what we do want in our lives, and we're in this energy of tired of tolerating stuff that doesn't make us happy at our core, at our soul. What have we been doing that is just not serving us? It's not serving our highest good, not serving, our souls and what makes us happy and what we desire and what we want. And we're starting to know now, because of what has transpired, we've had time because of COVID to really have time to things quieted down. We were forced to stay inside, for certain periods of time where we had to really look at our lives, really examine our lives and look at our lives for what it was and say, is this what I want for myself? And I really see this as that, we're past that point. We've discovered, we know what our truth is, the Ace of Truth. We know what our truth is. We see it for what it is. We know what we want, what we desire, and we're ready to take action. We're ready to be that Fool and that King of Wands and take passionate action toward what our Nine Cups is, and we even had that Ace of Cups, that new beginning, starting something new, and even the Ace of Swords, there's two aces, that new, and then that Sun card, and let's go ahead. I don't feel like that Sun really needs clarification, But yeah, standing in our emperor power, knowing what we want. Both of these want an ace. Another ace. Look at this. Almost every ace on the table. New beginnings. No, a stable new beginning, you know. But standing in our power and going after being that emperor of knowing what we want, what our happiness is, and taking charge and taking power, you know, taking control and saying, I know what I want and I'm going to go after it. That determination. I feel that, you know, the passion and the determination in this reading of, you know, wanting to just go after what you desire, you know, and make it yours, you know, doing what needs to be done to make yourself happy and not letting anyone hold you back or stop you. That's what I really am picking up on the message for this weekend, which is just phenomenal. Phenomenal. This is amazing reading, an amazing message. I was drawn to sit down and do this right now, and I'm so glad that I did, because this has just been the energy that I feel. This is going to bolster me for the rest of the day. I'm going to be flying high on high energy the rest. And look at this contentness, you know, this contentness, happiness, contentness. Yeah. Awesome. You know, that's the overall mood for the weekend, is knowing our business, knowing who we are, know that contentedness, you know, happiness, just feeling, knowing what you want, you know, knowing and being at peace, knowing what you want and going after it, you know, knowing in your heart and soul what you want, that can, you know, peace, sense of peace within you, you know, because you know what you want and you're going to go after it, you know. And I see, to add a little bit more, because I just pulled my cards just to add a little bit of clarification. But it looks like this is the caution that's coming out with this, okay? I didn't really pull these as advice, but, you know, like I said, kind of had mentioned before, that you can't have sun without shade. You know, there's always light and dark. There's always the positive and negative. Everything has to balance out. Energy has to balance. It has to find the balance. So you're never, there's always going to be good with the bad. You know, there's always going to be positive aspects and negative aspects. That's why we have shadow sides of ourselves. That's why, you know, that every card has the positive aspect and a shadow aspect, a light and a dark side, you know, because it has to be in balance. And so I feel that these cards that came out of my personal cards are kind of, like I said, even though I didn't pull it as advice, I almost am getting that caution, like, you know, be cautious or watch out for this, you know, of you may receive messages that are going to pull you back into old patterns, you know. So be wary of things that might knock you off your game and want to keep you stuck in your current energy when you're in this amazing energy of wanting to move forward. There might be someone that says something or something that comes through that says, you know, maybe I can't do this after all, that pulls you back into the old way of doing things, your comfort zone, the way, you know, like where you start doubting yourself. And I get that there might be someone that maybe doesn't have your best interest at heart, or maybe is doing it unintentionally, but you're going to receive messages, whether it be text or an email or some kind of communication that is going to try and keep you in your comfort zone. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want to, it's going to be, I feel very strongly, it's a person, around a person's energy that they don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. They're wanting to, because they're maybe a little bit jealous, a little bit envious of the fact of the direction that you're going, and they don't like it, and they want to keep you stuck where you're at. So I'm really getting that, you know, I've got messages with time and this infinity symbol. So I see that as that karmic cycle is what you've been stuck in, the patterns you've been stuck in for a long time. And with everything in this reading is saying, right now is the perfect opportunity to start something new in your life. If you want to make changes in your life that are going to bring about your happiness, it's time to act on that, to do that, and to have, stand in that emperor power and take control of your life and your destiny. Make things happen for yourself, and don't let anyone try and keep you stuck in the old patterns. Believe in yourself. Know that you have what it takes to start and make this new beginning that you want to see for yourself and your life to bring your happiness. So just keep that in mind. I see that as a warning, a caution, that wanted to come through. So that is the message I really feel that needed to be told for this weekend. That's going to wrap up our Soul Weather Weekend forecast. I thank you for anyone that took the time to watch this. And as I said, if you liked this message, please hit that like button and subscribe, or share these videos with others. Because the whole purpose of me doing these is so that they get out to the world. The more people, the better. So that the people that may need to hear these messages get to hear them, and they're there for them. So thank you so much. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you have an amazing, wonderful day and weekend. See you. Love, joy, and light.